said, from Runnable. Just going to do my local park run. I have to get moving, actually. I'm pretty late. I couldn't get up this morning, and I'm going to be wearing the Puma Fast-R Nitro Elites today. So the Puma Fast-R Nitro Elites, not the Fast RB, not the rule breaker, just so you're aware. And we'll see how they go in Oakhill Parkrun. See you later. Bye bye. Excuse me. So I've got the Puma Fast-R Nitro Elites on this morning. Never raced in these at all. Thought I'd give them a go over my local park run. Legs are feeling pretty achy still from Oakhill. Not from Oakhill, what I'm talking about, from Chicago. Bit of a difference there. Not expecting a lot today. So I'll give it a go. Let's see how I feel. Just running down the road in these, they do feel quite firm actually. Not run much in these at all. And they do feel quite firm. So I have to see how I get on with these. I think the quicker I go, the better it'll be with these on. We've got this lovely autumn day. These on the ground. My legs are feeling really achy actually. This might not go well. It's the calves in particular. Yeah, definitely not feeling it, but to see when we start. It's my left glute really that feels worse. You can see lots of people turning up now. Quite well represented, this parkrun. Quite a lot of people, as you'll see in a minute. Just do a little bit of ankle stretching. I'm getting near the start now, you can see. My Achilles are sore as well. Such a moaner. But yeah, this morning doesn't feel good.
Press the wrong button.
Yeah, just getting a hamstring stretch done. Yeah, Right, I'll stop filming for a bit. I'll try and film a bit on the race. You get an idea of what the course is going to be like. God, I think I want to get over. Finished, thank God. First, oh, so hard. Hi everyone, Oakhill Parkrun finished. Met up with a few mates, had a good chat. Yeah, it was good. I was wearing, as you know, let me show you, these crazy dudes. Puma Fast-R Nitro Elite, not to be confused with the Fast-R B. And they were good. Managed to win the parkrun and it went well. And yeah, I think I'll give you a full breakdown later, but all in all, I thought they were really nice when I was bounding and held good form. Yeah, they're good 5k shoe, that's for sure. They give you something, you know, a bit of a toe off. I don't think I was at my peak today, really. I think I can go faster than that. I don't know what I've got. I suspect late 17s, and I'm pretty sure I can go faster than that. But given with Chicago not that long ago, you know, 2 weeks ago, and given the fact that I've not worn these shoes before really running a race, they perform really well. So I didn't notice the weight. I know people go on about the 260 gram weight. I didn't notice that at all. All in all, yeah, perform really well, and I highly recommend them for 5k, particularly if you're a bounder, and maybe if you're heavier than me. I think you're going to get on with these shoes. I think they're going to be really effective if you're somebody who likes to hit the ground hard and likes to have maybe a longer stride when you're going faster. A bounder, somebody I don't see them being that good for those who have got that more of a shuffling style. I think you really need to stride and hit hard, and if you're landing on the forefoot, I think they're, like I did today, I think they're really good because you can get a really nice toe off and spring. I'd love to try these actually when I'm feeling a bit fresher, and try these on a kind of course where you've got these long straight without many turns, where I can just like let loose the speed and see how they go. But all in all, yeah, great. I enjoyed today. Bit of a murky day. It would be nice if it was slightly sunny, but perfect running conditions. Can't complain. And yeah, Oakhill Park, you rock. And I'll see you soon. Bye bye. So final thoughts in my usual spot. Great park run, Oakhill Park, if you're anywhere near North London, sort of near Cockfosters and Totteridge and Whetstone, that kind of area, really north. Great park run, lovely people, well marshalled, well organised. Yeah, great. And in terms of shoe wear today, Puma Fast-R Nitro Elites were great. Did exactly what I wanted them to do today. Provided good support, allowed me to toe off. Legs are a bit tired, but they were fine. So I would recommend them, like I said, for 5k, 10k. park runs, they're perfect for. If you get a long stretch, you can really hit the ground hard with them. They're great. And just generally park runs I love. I think it's a great idea. We should all keep going, keep supporting them. I know there's been some criticisms of them of recent times. Everything evolves, I guess. I know it's not a race, it's a run, and that's something I struggle with, but I just embrace the fact that they're free, and the whole community comes out and embraces it. So, and that's no different here in North London, and this little enclave of North London. So yeah, so all in all, great. And when you win, like I did today, it feels even more special. But it doesn't happen that often, to be honest. Anyway, that's me Ed from Runnable, and I hope you enjoyed the footage. God knows what it'll look like. I haven't managed to look at the run footage yet. It was a bit all over the place. My camera settings are not quite right, I think. I'll get there, but hopefully you'll get an idea of the course and how it was to run the race. Anyway, see you later. Bye bye. Hi everyone, it's Ed from Runnable, and today I ran a park run in the Puma Fast-R Nitro Elite 2. So if you watch my run footage, if you already watched it, I apologise, I don't think I mentioned it. This was the second version. This is definitely the second version. And not to be confused with the RB, the Rule Breaker. Very similar name. This is the premium race day shoe, rather than that ridiculous shoe that had the limited release. That isn't really a race day shoe. But anyway, I want to tell you how this went on the run. It's a 5K, and my thoughts about it for that distance. Pros and cons, that kind of thing. So very quickly, those that don't know about this shoe, it's around 263 grams in my UK size 9. I went true to size in this shoe. A lot of Puma shoes actually are quite narrow. This one's not too bad actually in the forefoot. So if you've got wide feet like me, this is actually okay. It's a ridiculously looking shoe, and you can see in the midfoot, there's this break of the foam between the heel and the forefoot. So it does feel like when you're running this shoe that it's kind of got two completely separate sections. A bit like with the original Alpha Flies, for instance, and there are some similarities actually with that shoe. Okay, so in terms of the stack height, for instance, we've got 40 millimeters in the heel, 32 in the forefoot, giving you that 8 millimeter drop. You do really feel that 8 millimeter drop in this shoe. It's very pronounced. It feels like you're very much running like this, and it's tipping you forward. So if you don't like that kind of feel, then this shoe might not be for you. I think in terms of the run, I want this to be quite a short, nippy review today, and I want you to watch the run footage. But in terms of the run, I think this is very much a shoe that's good for forefoot landers. You can see one of the unique features of this shoe is this tip here. And if you're running fast and you're a forefoot striker, you can actually toe off this. And it's not actually a gimmick. I was doing it today at some of my fastest paces during the park run. I managed to toe off on this, and I was getting some good spring forward. So as much as I thought it was a gimmick in my previous review, once I've taken this at a faster speed, I think this is actually quite a novel and quite an interesting bit of innovation. I don't think you necessarily need it, but it definitely felt like it aided me in certain points during the race. It's definitely, like I said, for forefoot strikers. I think as soon as I went on the heel when I was like doing my slow cool down run afterwards, it didn't feel great, to be honest. It felt a lot firmer in the heel than it did in the forefoot. So here's I think an interesting quandary about this shoe. A lot of people say it's firm, and actually I felt it was firm when I was running slowly in the shoe. But as soon as you pick up pace and you're hitting the forefoot, actually it feels a lot softer. And here's where it gets interesting. So I use this I can't remember the name of this, gyrometer or something like that, which tests the kind of like the firmness of the foam. I'm sure there's better words for that, but anyway, trust me, it tests the firmness. And I used it yesterday on the Primex Strung, and I got readings of somewhere between 20 and 26 to give you some relativity with what we're about to do now. So if I get it close to the camera, you see it's zeroed out. In the heel, if I push this down, you have to push it down quite hard. You can see you're getting 27, around 27 there, right? So remember the Primex one was between 20 and 26. It never reached 27 at any point. And then here in the forefoot, have a look at this. That's pushing down as hard as I can. Yeah, can you see that? 21. I'm probably pushing harder, and that's all I can get. So the difference between the foam density in the heel and the forefoot is quite pronounced. So again, this has been designed, I'm almost 100% sure, with forefoot strikers in mind. And not just forefoot strikers, but bounders. So I have a bounding style. I'm not the heaviest, so for me to engage the plate, I really have to hammer it. But I think for heavier runners that have that bounding, powerful kind of stride, I think this could be an absolute winner at 5K. As long as you get on with the geometry of the shoe, I feel like this is a sleeping giant. And I think those that like the Alpha Fly 1, for instance, you know, may actually get along reasonably well with this shoe, because it reminded me a bit of that. Not too soft, not as soft as the Cielo X1, firm enough, but also cushioned and responsive enough for me to do the 5K without my legs feeling like they were taking a pounding, that kind of thing. It was definitely cushioned enough. It's not as nice a ride as the Cielo. It's not as nice a ride as the Sky Paris, Asics Metaspeed Sky Paris. It's not as crazy a ride as the Saucony Endorphin Elite in terms of the rocker. So it's somewhere in between, but it's a really good shoe when you take this fast and you really hit the ground with force. And you know, it reminded me very much of that original Alpha Fly. And at 264, I think the original Alpha Fly in my size anyway was around 240, so it's a bit heavier. I didn't really notice the weight at all, really. What I would say though, is I'm not convinced I'd want to take this any further than 10K. I think after 10K, I felt like this is really good for 5K. I felt like it protected my legs at that distance. I think over, you know, at half marathon or marathon distance, I think my legs would take a real pounding in this shoe. And I think you would have to have kind of stronger form than I've got to be able to take this that kind of distance. But if you like me, if you enjoy park runs or 10Ks, and you're a forefoot striker and you've got that bounding style, I honestly think this could be an absolute winner. So here's my humble brag, right? I won the park run today. It's a park run that my PB is at 17:32, and that part in Oakhill Parkrun. That's you know, it's not the quickest park run, but it's kind of middle. It's fair, right? This today I ran at 17:36, and bear in mind I've just 2 weeks ago ran Chicago. My legs are a bit all over the place. I was very surprised at how well I did in this shoe. And going into the park run this morning, I really didn't feel it, to be honest. My legs and my calves in particular felt tight. But this performed really well, you know, allowed me to keep bounding on. I got a bit of a lead going. There's some run footage of the park run. Got a bit of a lead going, and then I just kept the lead by maintaining this kind of bounding, you know, pace, this bounding style It allowed me just to keep going at a decent flow. I guess a cruise is the right word, right? I was cruising in this shoe. And I think a bit like with the Prime X Strung and like I said, the Alpha Fly one, you can kind of like set a kind of pace in the shoe and just cruise. And that's what I did. But I do have that bounding style. So if you're like a shuffling type of runner, I'm not convinced this would be good for you. If you're a midfoot runner, it's fairly obvious you don't want to be going near this shoe, right? Unless you're hitting here, and you might get away with it for 5K, but can you imagine over a marathon distance, as you go back, you're going to have some issues, right? And if you're a heel striker, it's going to feel firm, I think, this shoe. There's a lot of foam under the heel, so it's possibly quite a nice experience, but it will feel cushioned but firm. And it's not that wide either, so I don't think stability-wise it's going to be great. You can see the forefoot is fairly wide, so you get a nice landing pad to land there. So to summarise, it was really good in the park run. I had a really amazing time, met some really nice mates that they're always there, and I was able to maintain a pace. I was able to cruise in this, in that kind of bounding style. I was able to accelerate away from the pack towards the end of the first lap, and this helped me accelerate. It felt really good. I was towing off at that point here, and going down the hill it was really good, and that's actually where I overtook a lot of people. So if you see in the footage, you'll probably see at that point me overtaking. The footage got a bit messed up, so some of it might not be great, to be honest, because my camera setting just went all over the place, but by and large you'll get the point. So yeah, that's my summary. I would highly recommend this if you've got that kind of forefoot bounding style. If you're a heavier runner as well, I think you could do some damage in this shoe. I'm personally not convinced I'd take this beyond 10K, but some of you might be perfectly fine to do that. If you're that kind of powerful, strong runner, that you've got good strength in your core and your legs, this could be a winner all distances, to be honest. But for me, 5K, 10K, it's a real contender. And I want to take this on a quicker park run, one with a longer straights, and see what speed I can pick up in these, because I think it'd be really effective. Anyway, watch the run footage. That's all I want to say today. Sorry it's been a bit rambled, but after a race I always feel a bit all over the place. So, sorry, run, not race. Park runs are runs, right? I'll have to remember that. Anyway, see you later. Hope that's been useful for you. So Puma Fast-R Nitro Elite version 2, not version 1. See you later. Good shoe. 5K. Bye-bye.